Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. It is the 29th of April. There's been a new document drop in Idaho versus Koberger filed by the state on April 25th, 2025. It is motion to seal state's motion for examination of defendant pursuant to Idaho Code Section 18-207 and for an extension of time to complete rebuttal penalty phase expert disclosures and declarations and exhibits in support. Page 1 says, comes now the state of Idaho, by and through the Latah County prosecuting attorney, and hereby moves the court pursuant to Idaho Court Administrative Rule 32, G1, and Idaho Code 74-124B for an order sealing the state's motion for examination of defendant pursuant to Idaho Code Section 18/207 and for an extension of time to complete rebuttal penalty phase expert disclosures, as well as the declaration provided in support of this motion, filed herein for the following reasons. And before we continue on to page 2, the extension of time requested here to complete rebuttal penalty phase expert disclosures, what the state is doing is seeking an enlargement of time to produce this information, penalty phase expert witness disclosures made applicable per Judge Stephen J. Hippler's October 9th, 2024 pretrial and trial order that set the deadlines for these expert witness disclosures, including penalty phase. So that's what this extension of time refers to. Next page. The motion, declarations, and accompanying exhibits reveal personal, private information of defendants, and citing to Idaho Code 74-124B, and affects his privacy interests, citing to Idaho Code Administrative Rule 32, G1. Specifically, the filing reveals mental health information about the defendant, including psychological, psychiatric, and neurological information and diagnosis of the defendant. The filing also reveals the nature of mental condition examinations already conducted in the type of examinations and testing the state seeks to perform, some of which is personality testing, to which defendant objects. In addition, the state has redacted the name of a psychology expert who is longer working on the case. I'm not sure if this meant to say who is no longer working on the case, but it says here, in addition, the state has redacted the name of a psychology expert who is longer working on the case. The court should accept the redactions to protect the privacy interests of this individual. Respectfully submitted, the 25th day of April, 2025. This is signed by Joshua D. Hurwitz, Special Deputy Prosecuting Attorney. So we see here on page 2 the good cause that's being cited by the state to ask to have these documents filed under seal to protect privacy interests, it appears, of someone who is no longer working on the case, and also because this documentation deals with Mr. Koberger's mental health information, including psychological, psychiatric, and neurological information and diagnoses of the defendant, Mr. Koberger. So we will wait to see what the court rules on this matter. If you would like to see these documents, please go to Idaho Cases of Interest. Plug that term into your search engine of choice. It will pull up an Idaho Supreme Court website with high-profile cases in Idaho, one of which is Idaho versus Koberger. You can go to the docket and go to April 25th, 2025 to review this motion. This is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.